Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FortressCraft Evolved. I'm Max Evolved, and today, we're going to finish up this project that we started about a week or so ago. And here we are looking at it. It's this beautiful, beautiful bug part sorter. I don't really have a fancy name for it, but that's what it is. Falcor redesign. You see it's in action. It's doing its job. I don't think we have anything gross in here. No, it's working. We got 2 recombined organic matter. That's pretty badass. We've got the starts of the end game for our sorting system. Nothing in there yet, but we've only got 2 corners hooked up. So today, what I want to do, I want to get the 2 back corners hooked up to this system so that all 4 corners have Falcors and are hooked up to this system. But that in itself is not going to kind of be enough. So you see we're under attack here. And the Falcors are out here doing work. They're doing their jobs. They're going to the beacons. The problem, though, we don't have enough beacons out here. Like, there's literally only 3 beacons out here in this direction, right? And there's a ton of parts. And they go all the way out, look at, there's parts out here, way out this far. If we come into the base, we come even closer, we've got parts all the way in the inner circle. So what I want to do is I want to greatly expand the number of beacons that we have. Maybe put like 6 to 8, something like that. Maybe let's see, maybe 6 more on each corner for now. Throw like 4 in here or something. Just enough so that all the parts get picked up, and then so that we can have the extra corners put in here. So it's just gonna be more of the same. I'm gonna drop this down. So for those of you that didn't see the last one, so I'm essentially going to cut some holes in the floor here, throw down our belts, because this is how we're going to get the parts into the ground, throw on my hoppers, and then just literally drop my Falcors. Alright, and just like that, we've got our Falcors down, and these will actually start grabbing stuff right now. If there's beacons, they should be able to see the beacons over there even. If there's any beacons that grab stuff that are in the radius, they'll start grabbing. You know what I mean? So that's all fine, dandy, but now I got to get underground and hook it all up to the matter movers and stuff. And wouldn't you know it, right? So I definitely did not check to see where all the stuff was before I made those holes. And if we look up right here, we have one of the holes for the Falcors. If we look out here, right on the other side of the wall, there's the other one, and I'm assuming the third one is probably like right under there. So I think I need to kind of reevaluate where I'm going to put these Falcors. Yeah, so here was one right here. We saw that one. The other one is actually right in the middle of this wall right here. And then that one was in the smelting room. So I'm going to kind of replace these. Now, the thing that sucks the most about that is we're not going to get it, right. It's not going to keep the pattern going the same. So my options are to either move it out a little, which isn't that big of a deal, I don't think. Let me think. The problem is, how much do we care about symmetry? Because I want the pattern to be as similar as possible. Let's see here. So 1, 2, 3. And then from the middle, 1, 2, 3, open. Oh, I was actually... Okay. So we could make this work. The only thing is, it's going to require going through this hole right here. Going through this wall. Going through the wall and then coming down and needing to hit somewhere over there. So that's not that big of a deal. We can kind of manage that. The problem is, like, where am I going to put all the sorting, right? Because it's not exactly like a small little sorting array that needs to happen. We need to make sure it all gets to where it's supposed to go. Right, so we need to have room for this whole contraption. And if that is all right here-ish, I guess what we could do is throw it up on the ceiling here, because this is the middle one right here. So this is the one that everything's going to come back to, which means I need to put a logistics grommet, I guess. Let me go back out there and look. I think we're going to have to put the logistics grommet like right here. Does that go all the way through? Yeah. Logistics grommet right there, so that this can come down and in. Okay, that's no problem. That's not an issue, right? Because we're gonna have this down, and then that would just go this way, and then same thing here. That would come down, and then I guess just go along the roof here, the ceiling. Okay, so that would make everything go into a hopper right here. So from there, if I were to, how do I want to do this? Because another option is to come this way, right, into a hopper, and then do the splitting out here maybe, and then, or the filtering in this part, and then transfer it through the wall right there. Let me see. Let me find a line to hit one of these directly, because I want to hit what I need to hit one of these matter movers, because these are the ones that have the ruined parts. So the ruined stuff needs to go here, and the pristine stuff needs to go here. So let me just follow this line all the way back. So I almost want to come out here and here, right? So let me throw the logistics grommets down. Let me just throw some like mock matter movers down, right? So I'd have to do something like this. Actually, no, that works. That works. We've done this already. Something like that. No, I need it to be, well, if I'm going to place the stuff, I might as well place it all, right? I'm going to need batteries here, here, and then matter movers there and there. I think it's aimed correctly, right? It's this line right here. So if I follow that, that's the ceiling height, and that's one down. Right, so that's lined up perfectly. Ceiling height, one down. Okay, so this part is at least fine. Quote unquote fine. And I think that'll even hit without having to go very far. So that's actually like amazing, because now we don't have to worry about getting the like having a whole network of power and matter movers. But I do need to figure out how to power this one, which I think could be as easy as this. Literally just that. Those will start getting charged up. This is going to feel... Okay, I'll let that do its thing. We're not too worried about that. We are worried about this. Okay, so we know now. I'm going to have to just get rid of that light. Sorry. And put it like that. Okay, so we know that's ruined. That's pristine. So let's get the filters all set up, right? If we do this, right, which is kind of, yeah, there's the hopper. Okay. So if we do this, everything's going to feed into here and it's going to output this way. All right. So if this is going to be the first one, right? So we need 5. Do we need 5 filters? I probably should have counted all this before I like even started going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 items. Okay, so I'll put the first one here, and then like every other block. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's not going to work. No. Okay, no, we're fine. Actually, we can just move back this way. Nope, just kidding. Oh, this is the way down. Whoops. Okay, so that actually needs to come up a little bit more. But I can have the first one of these right here. I guess I could do something like that if I have to. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Okay, so what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to kind of go this way and then maybe come up. Oh, geez. So the issue that I'm coming across right now as I'm doing this, I want as little travel time in between the filters and the matter mover for the ruined organic parts because I don't want them to spoil. So, oh, let me think. Actually, what if I do this? If I put one literally right there, can the filters draw off of it like that? Okay, it doesn't tell me if it's like seeing something. And then I could do something like that, right? With this would be like the everything else. And then that would just kind of literally come down and go in that way. If that works, well then it'd just be a game changer, you know? What would be perfect is having them on this line, filter, conveyor going down and over. But I don't know if we have that option. For some reason, I feel like this isn't going to work. Light, I'm sorry. Let's get you out of the way. Okay, so where can we do the filtering then? I guess I could do it up here. All we need to make sure that happens is that it gets to where it needs to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, easy enough. And then filters go in the correct directions. All right, so this way, that's going to be for the pristine parts. Pristine parts are going to flow along the ceiling until they get to right here. And then they're going to come in that way. No problem. I guess, so the ruined parts I have been extracting and then matter moving. I have a provision set up for the spoiled organic remains to come out of... Right, so anything that's... Oh no, this is what's spoiled. I almost need to take from here. Let me do something like this. Let's get under here. Right, because I don't know if... like, does this work this way? Okay, because I want this to grab spoiled organic remains, right? So if I do something like that, and then I take the conveyor belts, and I just run them over to here. Right, just as almost like a... I'm going to put just one in there as a test. Let me throw one in there. Control T. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We're just going to do this. So this way, I can get away with doing the matter movers, or the belts in here. Because should anything spoil on the belts, by the time it gets to the end of the line, it will be, it'll just get filtered out if it spoils. So that's just easy. All right, and then we're just going to come in this way. And then we're just going to have another set of belts that goes all the way down until right here. And then that is just going to come down, go over. Right, is that coming? Okay. I'm going to rotate this. Okay, so then that should be working just fine, actually. I just need to settle the filters. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll hop up top and place the Falcors. All right, so now that the filters have been set. Oh, I didn't even place these ones. That's okay. It's all right. We'll get those. Oh wait, there is no. Okay, they're just, the sprites are invisible. Okay, so then we're just gonna place all the Falcors down, and with the exception of this one, I think this one that I'm doing right now is the only one that's actually hooked up to the big system. But the other ones will be pretty easy to set up, I think. Okay, so those are all hooked up. Let me go double check on the outer ones. No, yeah. Yeah? Okay. So now, I don't know if they're out grabbing anything. I don't know if they're just like parts. But you know what? I can always do this. Some of this stuff's got to get picked up, right? Come on, beacons. There we go. Okay. So Falcors are going way over there. You know, that's fine. Okay. So they're bringing stuff back. Let's get down there and just watch what happens. Because there's two things I need to see happen. Number one, I need to see stuff coming in and filtering. And then number two, I need to see it outputting. Okay, there's the start of something. All the way. Okay, perfect. Let me watch it matter move. I just saw it go in there. Just go ahead, matter move. Just right on out. Go ahead. No problem. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Anything ruined coming through? Ruined stinger. Ruined eye. And then the rest. Perfect. Okay. So there's something ruined. Perfect. Now that matter moves. Yes. 3 items already. Oh, perfect. So then they should be right in here. Yep. This was way more full. Look at that. Oh man, this is working perfectly. This is exactly what I want. Okay. Now, so this is fine. This corner's fine. Now we just need to figure out, I have no idea where the 4th corner is. I'm assuming it's going to be like somewhere right in here, because that's this is the middle of a tower, and this is the middle of a tower, so it's probably going to be like literally right here. We can move these belts easy. I'm not moving the coal is a simple thing. So okay, so we go, where's the middle here? 5, yeah, 1, 2, 3 out, and then that's the right 1, 2, 3. All right, easy enough. And what I like about this system is, should we choose to, we can expand the amount of Falcors as long as they get to wherever the middle is. It's like pretty easy. All right, I guess I'm just gonna run this down this way. Now we need to hit right behind here. We need to hit this line, this matter mover, and where is this in relationship to this one over here? Because if I can hit that, that's huge too. You know what I mean? If I can hit, this is the pristine one, right? Yeah. So pristine I might be able to hit there, and ruined I might be able to hit here. Let's go out this way. Yeah. Let's come out this way for the sorting. Alright, so then where am I? Jeez, can I even hit this? This is not a thing anymore. So let me get rid of this. Yeah, all that was part of the old missile quote-unquote distribution system. So we don't really need that anymore. Okay, so now, all right, we are on this level right here, this line. Okay, so it lines up with the leftmost. I'm pretty sure you can matter move right through these, but I guess we'll find out. So that comes to here. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to visualize this in my head right now. So if I have something here, right, with a power block here and a matter mover there, then that should, in theory, hit this matter mover right here, which is also just one down. the power block's not super like important or necessary to be right there. But okay, so let's do this, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so those 5 are going to be where the filters output. Maybe that's not what I want, or unless I do this number again. That could be, actually this could be fine, right? Because if I just do all matter movers, and then I'll just give it power how I did before, then that's not a big deal. But that also means that I'm doing 2 sets of filtering. Well, actually no, I'm not. There you go. I'll have one output to there, right? And then that's fine. Okay, so because this is where it's coming from, it's going to go into a series of hoppers. In the idea that I'm filtering this way. And then what I can do is on the last one, I can just wrap it back around and aim it to that, one of those 2 things right there. All right, I think that's a pretty solid plan. So let me get this all set up, and then I'll bring you guys back once I've got it a lot more fleshed out. All right, so we've kind of finished this up. Obviously, nothing's hooked up top, but the gist of it is here, and here are Falcor dropping points, right? They'll all coalesce into this belt, into this main line, and run through this series of filters. Anything ruined will go into these hoppers and get matter moved down this way and hit the existing matter movers for the ruined parts. Anything that's not ruined or perfect is going to go this way into this hopper to this matter mover, and I think it's set to hit that matter mover down there. That's what it seems like it should work to me, and that's how it's set up. The way we got this powered is there's already a coal line going this way, so all I did is I just interspersed some hoppers every so often with generators just to kind of make that thing go. So that shouldn't be an issue, and then I kind of did the same thing over here just to power that. So the only thing left to do, well, actually, I don't even need to go up top to test. I have some stuff on me, right? Yeah, I can at least put this stuff on there. Let's see how that goes through. I don't have anything ruined, so I'll have to check that. But that all seems to be going through just fine so far. Perfect. And then I'm going to want to see it get matter moved. Because if it gets matter moved, that means it's either hitting the matter mover over there or the what's it called? This thing. Hopper. So it's hitting one of the 2 correct positions. So, alright, there that goes. And it's going all the way around, full circle. I hope that's the right way. Okay, yeah. Oh, I was a little worried. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now all that's left is to throw the Falcors up top. And oh man, we are just getting attacked left and right. It's going to be super nice when we have the missiles up. Let me just say that. And on that note, if any of you guys have any ideas on a better missile distribution system than what we're using, feel free to drop it in the comments below, because I don't have a great plan. I don't really have any plan. I'm just going to kind of figure it out as I go, and I'd love to hear from anybody who's a little bit more experienced in the matter, as these bosses are making my life difficult. So if you guys got ideas for how we should distribute the missiles to all the missile towers, leave it down below. Like I said, I'm all ears. I'm open to suggestions. And, you know, it's nice to hear back from you guys, because there's quite a few of you that have played this game quite a bit, and I get a ton of pointers from the comment section from you guys. So definitely appreciate all that feedback. But side note, now we've got every corner of our Falcor system set up to send everything to a central processing location. So now I want to increase. Do I have this stuff? I need solar panels. I need one hopper, and I need Falcor beacons. So I have Falcor beacons. Do I need to make Falcor beacons? I think I need to make Falcor beacons. Okay, I want to increase the amount of beacons I have. So let me go ahead and craft all that stuff up, and then once we get to placing it all, I'll bring you guys back. All right, so first things first, I want to get the stuff in here getting picked up, right? So I'm going to do, I'm going to go off. This is like really bright because it just exploded for whatever reason, but I think I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throw that on there, and then literally just throw... Oh, I'm going to need more beacons, huh? I don't think I made enough. This will just be enough for in here. Man, my math was way off. All right, I'm going to make a bunch more beacons as I'm placing these, and then we'll go out and put them all around the town. All right, so this is one of the few ones that I just upgraded. A couple of things I'm trying to look out for is these beacons have a range of 32. So I want to get a little bit of overlap. So I'm about 50 to 55 meters away from the other one, so that in the middle, you know, right about here-ish, anything that drops here will get picked up by either beacon. But hopefully you can see how far out the drops are. By having these beacons farther out, it should start collecting some of that stuff eventually. You see some of that stuff getting up. So that's kind of the goal. When we get to a point where... Oh man, that's really grown. I just noticed that. I might have to do something about that. When we start to see a concentration... So you see like there's obviously a bunch of drops here. If there's an area where a bunch of drops happen, I want to get a couple more beacons out there to handle, you know, picking up all that volume. And, you know, that's a good example of that is this area over here. You see it's very clear that a bunch of stuff is dropping like right in here. So I want to set up these beacons a little bit better. Like kind of even out those ones. And then move these ones farther out just to kind of make it a little bit more symmetric and a little bit more effective. Alright, so this is kind of the reimagining. I kind of even those up a little. I'm not doing any precise measurements. I'm kind of just eyeballing it. So you see it's a little off. But I pushed these out a little bit more. And now these drops over here should start getting picked up pretty easily. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out the other two corners that are not rendering yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring you guys back and just give you a quick overview on how that all looks. All right, so this is the general gist of what I'm doing. I have 4 batteries with 4 beacons, so there's about 16 beacons per corner, and they're about, I don't know, 80-ish meters out, with these 2 sets being about 50 meters. So whatever 16 times 4 was that, 64. So I got 64 beacons, plus the ones inside, plus the ones further inside. So I think we've got pretty good coverage on everything being dropped fairly close to us. Again, once the missiles start getting online and push that kill envelope out even farther, we might need to adjust the beacons to account for that. But until that happens, we're going to stick with what we have, and we can even add more. Now, there is one last thing I want to try to do before we go, and I'm not sure where I find this, but I know it's somewhere in here. In fact, let's just take a let's just look here. Oh, do I not have a slime trap? Is this something I need to unlock? Slime Attractor. Got it. Okay. So this is an interesting kind of little deal here. Now, the way the slime attractor works is you essentially just dig a big pit, something that the slimes will die from the fall damage. So I don't know how deep it needs to be, 50, 30 meters maybe. I'm not sure. But what you do, so you'll let's see. We can kind of dig it right here, I guess. What's down over here? All right, so this is like the outer edge of one of our things. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make it look all nice and pretty, I guess. Do we like that? Yeah, why not? That'll be fine. Let's make it, how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. A 4x4? We'll make a little 4x4 shaft. So I'm going to dig this down, a 4x4 pit. And then I will bring you back and kind of show you how this is going to work. Alright, so we're about 50 meters underground now. Digging the tunnel pretty far. I think this is going to be enough to kill anything. But we can't go any farther even if we wanted to because we hit a copper vein. So that's kind of where we're stuck, right? So the way this is going to work. Let me put... I'm going to put down a slime attractor. Right? And the way this works is you have this down here. And in it, we put a hopper, or next to it we put a hopper. And this will be remove only. And that is going to store, we're going to send our spoiled organic remains down here to reside in this hopper. What we also need is another hopper, a cryo hopper, that has vacuum turned on. Now, what's going to happen is these slimes are going to be attracted to this pit and they're going to fall down and die. All the parts they drop are then going to be grabbed into here, and then we're going to need to get them going back up to the surface. So, the way I think I'm going to accomplish this is I'm going to do something like this and then throw a matter mover. Your base is under attack. Maybe I'll do it like this. No, I think I want it on an edge, actually. Yeah, so I'll do it like this. Like this? And then I'll have the batteries like that. I think that will work. Another option is I can put the batteries down below. Right? I can do something like this. You can see that copper vein. I could do something like this. And then hollow this out. Fill it up with glass and run power down that way. It should only take one laser and transmitter. So let me go ahead. I'm going to kind of decorate this up, get the power running. And then I need to route the, maybe I'll matter move the spoiled organic remains down in here too. But I'm also going to need to figure out how am I going to get power, like what's my power source going to be to make sure this is all fueled up. So let me run up there and do that. And then I'll bring you guys back down when I have it kind of all figured out. Alright, so I added a couple things. I'm not sure exactly how sustainable this is going to be. But we have all the rotting parts coming this way. They're going to, you know, run down here into this hopper, and that's going to be matter moved down. And I have one solar panel going. I don't know if this is going to be enough power. That's kind of just the truth of the matter. And I might be able to do organics. I just need to get some more stuff out. But I think the organic gives you 4 to 5, whereas this is like 22.5. And then I have 4 solar panels trying to power this down here. And it's just a matter of getting this down to temperature, right? Once it's at negative 500 or negative 250, then it uses a lot less power. So it's using 50 power per second. That's going to need power. So yeah, I might need to get more power going over there. So I'm going to put some organics on here, but I just want to give you guys an update on kind of how this is going to run. So all of this is going to go down there. This is powering the matter mover and the, which in fact is going to hit like here. So the matter mover with all the bug parts is going to come up. The matter mover with all the rotten stuff is going to go down. And all this is powering both of them. So I'm going to upgrade this power. And then we will kind of see about what we're going to do with this right here. All right, so we got some organics on there. They're going to do, yeah, 45. So that's 90. That's 180 power per second. That's 45. That should be more than enough to kind of get everything down there. Now, the only other thing is, I'm not 100% sure what kind of parts are going to drop. So what I want to do is transfer everything from this container, ideally through matter movers, over to over to here. Ideally, I can hit something right here. I don't know how feasible that is because there's a lot of movement in there, right? So I might have to do something kind of like this, right? If I just do that, you know, in fact, maybe I have to come down one more. What I'm thinking is do something like this, right? Have that there, and then have this be just a target. That way, this will still go through the whole filtering process to get all the ruin stuff out. But if I use matter movers, I don't think I have to worry as much about spoilage, right? So then I just need to figure out, okay, how do I hit this with a matter mover? So let me kind of come over here. And I think this is even in line. Yeah, this is right in line with here. So I'm going to do something like this, right? I'm not 100% sure where I need to go. So I'm going to put this down and see where that hits. See how low I am. Okay. Ooh, that's actually not even far enough. But we can use that to measure. In fact, we can just use that to like maybe even come up right here, right? So maybe one more. Because the laser energy transmitters and the matter movers have the same range. So if I can just kind of make that work. Yeah, okay, perfect. So essentially I'm going to replace that laser energy transmitter with a matter mover, like so. All right, now I just need to hit that with, I need to move these into that matter mover. So I know normally you want to kind of get as much, you want to make it as easy as possible for the slimes to get in there. So I don't want that much belt work. I'm sorry, the belt work's not an issue. It's, I don't want stuff to be, I don't want any more than a 1 tile difference in height. This I'm not too worried about. They'll just kind of go around. But this is the first time I've ever made a slime trap, so I'm just kind of hoping it works out. You know what I mean? So we'll just have that go up. We'll just bring that in. And then that will hit a hopper. Right? And then I'll just grab that stuff out of there, actually. Thank you. Okay, and then it's just a matter of giving it some power. And I think I'm going to give it a double organic solar panel. All right, so there's going to be 2 of those. And we'll throw that on. And that's 90 power per second. I hope that's enough. I don't see there being a huge difference in the... Yeah. I don't see there being like a huge amount of transmission going on. So I'll kind of let that build up a little bit. And then the last thing to do would just be to turn this and let it all go down. Let it all matter move down there. And just literally wait on the results. And you know what? Side note, while we're talking about this, I actually really like this tile design. It's very like futuristic factory. So hopefully everything works out well. Did I miss the... Okay, no, it's down there. And I have the... All right, perfect. So that's ready to go. That's already ready to go. That is ready to accept. Is this getting pretty powered up? Okay, I think that's plenty. So let's kick this off, and we'll be able to kind of watch the slimes in action. As we're like, as Spider Bro's out there just doing work. That's his, that's the cannon we just gave him recently. So it looks like it's doing good for him. All right, it looks like stuff's going down there. 26, 27. How's the power looking? That's quite a big power delta. We can kind of do the same thing that we did here. With the just add another one. Another power block and another organic solar panel. Worst case scenario, I can always throw a Mark IV battery with the big organic solar panels, and that should be plenty of power. That could probably honestly be plenty of power for the whole system, but this is working for now. Because once it fills up down there, I'm pretty sure it'll be it'll sustain a lot better. It's like very bursty right now because it's getting everything down there. Oh, yeah, see, it's already starting to fill back up. It's already staying 100. Yeah. Okay. So we should start seeing slimes kind of coming out of the woodworks here. Yeah, see, like there's one right there. And I can even, honestly, I could even flatten this out a little bit more to kind of help the slimes get in. Not that big of a deal right this second, but in fact, I think I just heard something. Did something die down here? No. Is there anything in here? Has this matter moved anything? No. Okay. So I think the slime trap is working. Bait active. Okay. Well, it's baiting slimes. And we should start seeing them kind of just like pop out. Like there's some slimes right there, you know? Remove any obstacles we can find. Make it easy. We want slimes just running into this thing. Because this is free bug parts too. After we start killing the bugs, you know, after we start clearing out the corners, like that, we might still need bug parts. And this is the way to do it, I guess. But I would like to get some proof of concept. All right, we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping. And by that, I mean we're gonna dig a hole. And by dig a hole, I mean we're going to dig a wall. And also, apparently, you can get in here and do something? Maybe not. I don't know how you... Someone was saying in the comments that we could get in here and into the interface, but I think that might be for the modded excavators. Because I don't know how to do that. Oh, we got some slimes over there. There's a slime like back here. Yeah, that one right there. Oh, but here we go. Here we go. Look at him. Look at him go. Go on. Go on, buddy. Yes. Yes. And there is a flaw about this that I already realized. But I want to make sure that he dies. Yes. Did it grab anything? I guess not. Okay. Well, there's another one. All right, so at least up here, it's working no problem. But there's something that we didn't take into account. We have this level right here. And look at that. Look at all the slimes there. So, I'm just going to open up the walls so that they can go right on in. We're equal opportunity. I don't care where the slimes want to come from. I'll let them all in. And just like that, I think we got a ton. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it's picking stuff up and it's sending it up. Where's that hole? There we go. There's that slime. And look, that's sending out stuff. Excellent. 7 items already. Which are now getting filtered, or they were filtered. This is perfect. This is exactly what we wanted, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So on that note, with a successful slime trap built, I'm going to call this an episode. This is part 2, where we got all the Falcors up and running. We built a slime trap. Like, we've got our parts separated. I'll probably off camera, I'll get rid of these and transfer all those items into the array over here. But next time, that'll all be done. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you're interested in watching this game live, I'm considering doing a live stream, like almost like a second world on Twitch, because you know with games like this you can usually do the grunt work on stream if you want to, but I'm not doing any projects so big that it would be worth a whole stream. So I'm thinking about doing a second world that's just on Twitch. So if you're interested in checking that out, look down in the in the description, and I'll put the link to my Twitch and all that, so you can come check it out if you want. We got a good time. We got a nice little, little budding community going there, and I think it's working out well. So check that out. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And again, if you guys have any ideas on some like solid missile distribution strategies, let me know down in the comments, because I'm definitely trying to solicit ideas for that. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one.